I know you guys saw me do a review of a vented windshield on this Can-Am, and I really liked it when I first put it on, but the little vent at the bottom didn't really offer enough air in the summertime, and this machine creates a vacuum when you drive it and it gets full of dust. So I got rid of that windshield, and today I'm putting on a full flip-up windshield on the Can-Am Defender. Y'all stick around, we'll get with it right after this. So before we started, I went ahead and put this rubber on around the windshield. That's going to be your first step, and it's really actually tough to do. I actually had to go all the way around with a little hammer to get it on good, but now we've got it there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start assembling the windshield. Now the top of the windshield is going to have holes close together on both ends, and that's going to be to put your hinges, and then you'll have 5 holes to put your frame. You're going to have a top and a bottom frame, but the top is where you got the 2 closed holes together. So let's go ahead and get that frame put on. First thing we're going to do is install this top frame. As you can see, it's an L shape. This is going to be the top of our windshield where the 2 holes are for the hinges. So we want the L to face the L side to face towards the bottom. Now we're going to use these M6s, and there's a little washer with a rubber seal. We want the rubber seal against the windshield. So we'll put 5 of these across, and then we'll snug them down. So we're going to mount the hinges to the front of the windshield. Let's see. I think we're going to want our holes facing out. Yeah. So you want your holes facing out, and it'll put your hinge where it needs to be on your machine. Now we're going to leave these hinges loose so we can slide them like we need to line up with the bike. But we're going to go ahead and tighten down the rest of the hardware on the frame. Now, alright, like I said, I left my hinge bolts loose so I can slide those around like I want. And we'll get this thing flipped over and we'll do the frame on the bottom side. Yeah, so it's going to go just like this. The handle towards the top on the inside of the machine. And these will be using the same hardware as we did before. Now the next step will be to actually hang the windshield. So let's go ahead and get set up for that. So I got a couple of worries about hanging this windshield. I'm kind of worried if it's going to work with my aftermarket roof and with this light right here. Just going to have to play it by ear and see. So let me try and get it hung up. Don't have to take the roof off. Alright, if you do leave the roof on, it is a bit of a challenge. But this is not the plastic factory roof option, and this roof is not fun to take on and off. Alright, try and come up with it as best you can. Like a lot more. I can't get my man hands in here.
Can you do it?
Hmm?
Can you do it?
Pain. Alright. I got one. I got one. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Oprah Winfrey. Thank you, Jewish guy. Thank you, baby. I've done so many projects this weekend, and none of them are going easy as they should. Everything on the internet, you watch the Super ATV video on this, oh, it's so easy to put together. Ain't nothing as easy as they make it look. It took a little finessing to get the hinges lined up, especially without removing the roof. I'm definitely hard-headed. It'd have been a lot easier to do it removing the roof, but my roof's kind of a pain. So it was a half a dozen one way and 6 in the other. So I was able to get it installed with the help of my lovely assistants you guys saw. And I got all the hardware tight on the hinge. My battery died in the meantime, but we're back. So I was gonna peel the plastic off camera, but some of you people are weird about that, so I'm gonna do it for you now. You weirdos. Oh, so satisfying. Oh yeah, baby. Alrighty. Oh man, that's a nice, bright, pretty new windshield. Ta-da! Okay, so next thing we're gonna need to do, we need to install our rams that are actually gonna hold this windshield up. So ATV says measure up 16 inches from the top of this little gusset. Oh, that seems mighty high. We're gonna put a mark right there. Seems mighty high. In fact, my next concern is hitting this light. And I'm kind of thinking I may come down with those rams a little bit. We'll see, we'll figure it out. I don't want to come down too much because then I won't be able to see while driving. 16 inches. All right. So next thing's next, we mount the rams. I gotta take the light off. Alright, lower it back down. Remove the light. What next? Oh. That. What's that pine sap on?
Like what pine sap?
All right. All right. Man, that thing flips up high. This thing's kind of awkward to get to, but it definitely gets out of your line of sight. All right. Now the last thing that's got to go in is the piece that actually secures it. So what we're going to do is attach it. kind of see where it's gonna go. Push it in right in the center. It's always like with the palm of your hands. Now we're going to drill our holes, and then we're going to put some rivets in, rib nuts. And these rivets will go right in. That was a 3/8 drill bit. Seemed to do the trick. Now, when we tighten these up on here, we want to keep some pressure on them while those rivets are tightening up, those rib nuts. Yo, the windshield's finally in. Be real careful when you're putting the handle down. You gotta make sure you got it in the right position before you drill the holes in your dashboard. But the windshield is in. It's got the closed position. That's all the way closed. The vent position. And the open position. That's it, guys. If y'all attempt this project, just be careful. Remove your roof if that's the easier way to do it. I didn't think it was for me, and it was kind of a mess to get everything lined up. So that's a part of it. Your hinges and everything's got to be lined up. And you got to center the windshield, and everything's just got a lot of slack in it until you tighten it. But just take your time with it. I'm really going to enjoy the windshield. The vent, having the vent all the way across the bottom open like 3 inches, I think will be really nice. And be able to open it and letting the dust pass through here, right? Instead of creating a vacuum, I get that breeze in my face, and it'll keep me much cleaner. So guys, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. All right, till next time, I'll see y'all on Everyday Man.